Today on A Commonly Good MTG, we're playing an Angel Tribal deck. You know, it's called Orzhov Angels, but when you play it, it's pretty much just white, mono-white Angels all the way across. We do have black stuck in there to play Painful Quandary, Drag to Bottom, and Soul Transfer. Those are pretty awesome and a great way to continue to play your cards. If you're interested, stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to A Commonly Good MTG. I'm your host, 7-time grand champion of the competitive Barrel of Monkeys, Dr. Yukon SuckIt. Yes, thank you. Filmed for a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon SuckIt. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on Magic GG's Platinum Mythic list. Doesn't have a name, but it was Orzhov Angels. It was an Angel Tribal deck with white and black, so Orzhov, right? So the deal is I played it, and I could not get it to work. It was the reason why is I kept running out of, I couldn't get enough mana. I took a look, it had 22. So I upped it to 25. You know what happened? Too much mana. So I dragged it back down to 24. And that ended up being the Goldilocks zone. It was just right. But I did have to make some changes to it. I ended up swirling some stuff around. Some things were changed, a little less, a little more. But this is mostly the deck I got off of there. So I'm going to end up posting this on the Aether Hub. You can see mine. I'll also try to include a link back to where I got it on Magic GG. So you can see the original deck if you are interested. So anyways, what does this deck do? It is pretty much mono-white Angel Tribal with a few black cards put in for fun and giggles. My favorite in that mix is Painful Quandary. I always want this deck, this card to be in my decks. I love it a lot, but people tend to dance around it a lot, and it's not as cool as it should be. So anyways, this is the deck. If you want to check it out more, just pause your video or take a look at the links in the description below. Other than that, let's get to it. Before we do, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrill, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. Alright, we play against Wild Bahoy 710. Hopefully I don't stall out on 2 mana. Yeah, I guess I didn't have to worry about it. Of course, I do need 2 whites at this point. But with white guy coming up, 2 blacks, not too bad. There's a... Well, I'll be slow if I do it. Alright. Let's just put out a nice Angel. Got that Devil Frog to worry about. I mean, I really don't care about the Inspiring Overseer. He's not a power player. We can use him to take out the frog. What does he take? 2? Alright, we'll have to wait on that. See, I gotta get Painful Quandary out on the next turn. Hopefully I can ride the wave. Drag to the bottom's cool. I got more than enough to kill everything that's out there. That's probably the thing to do, really, next turn. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that, and I'll hold them way back. He's gonna love it. Except for now, that guy's gonna live through it, though, unfortunately. Well, no, because I've got 3 right there. Shattered Sanctum's good. Let's wipe the board. Yes! Alright, now he has no growth. That guy's a growth. I gotta sneak that Painful Quandary out at some point. This is it, right here. Alright, so this guy doesn't have any creatures. That's so cool. He only got one red. Maybe that's his deal. He needs multiple reds or something. If he does, this will be it. He'll give up a card before he takes away his life, though. Welcome to the Angel Show. All right, here we go. In for 2. First blood, baby. 9 more turns to go. Pay for it. Yeah, okay. That's what I should have done. Is done the damage and then dragged to the bottom. Should I just plow past him now at this point? Alright, all I gotta do is 10 points of damage. As long as you can't wipe the board, we've got a ton. You can throw it away. You only got one guy that can defend in the air. Because you steal one of my own angels. You gotta pay for it. Unfortunately, it gets with the value out of the fight rigging. 2 of them, actually. That sucks. Oh, dummy. All right, no blocks. I got like 14 points right there. All right, there we go. Winner, winner. Victory dinner. All right, playing against Dios Zeus 95. Dios Zeus. Amadeus. All right, so 2 becomes 3, which means I can get out of 4 on the next turn if I want it. Serra Paragon's probably something that's best left for target practice later. All right, super. Let's go ahead and get in our prototype. Let's get a little bit of life gain in here. Because we get Painful Quandary out next turn, and that'll be painful for him. I can see the green, not that guy's the guy I was not thinking of. He's a 6. Alright, let's throw that out. Give it to myself. A little bit of lifelink. Down to 3. We got 20. And if the yes, you can throw away a card if he wants to play something. He's got plenty of cards. He'll keep doing that. Problem is he'll attack with a 6. We could block with Giada at this point. Yeah, he have to give something up, baby. We can use Fateful Absence on the Bone Horde. And that's the game. Ba 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 ba. And we call it victory! Our open against TJ12. No, man. Alright, I'll keep this. We'll get rid of drag to the bottom. That was just ridiculous. This isn't that great either, though. We gotta pick up at least 2 more mana. That is an instant. That is good. We're pulling against more dinosaurs here. Alright, that's cool. At least I can play Overseer on the next turn while I put out the slow land there. Ooh, I've been thinking about fungus decks. We go for the attack first. Another Overseer. Ooh, we're close to being able to put out Painful Quandary. That'll be great. That guy is just always the devil. Alright, so we can take I'm playing it like an instant, like a good boy, but I'm going against all of my good-naturedness right there. Like I should have done, we had no mana, so you couldn't have protected it, because that would have sucked otherwise. Draw that card. There you go. Let's see if we can get on the card. Land! Come on, land! There we go. Next turn, huh? You got a black in there? No, I'm still missing a black? Oh, that is ridiculous. There's a little quandary that's painful in action. He's down to 3. You got lots of cards to throw away, though. He's back! He's out of mana. Oh, he's got 1 mana. All right. And we win! Boom, boom! Goes room. Alright, we were playing against Magiwa. Alright, is Farewell going to be our big situation? Is we have to kill all of his stuff? We'll find out. Alright, that's 2 cards gone. And no more creature. What's our pal got going on here? I don't know. He wants to play it. He's looking around. Crazy. All right, Serra Paragon. Can't play anything yet. Hold your pants on. All right, there you go. Now just suck it. Suck on it, suck on it, suck on it. There you go. 5 life or discard something. Discard a 5, man. Your choice. Tells me about what he likes in his hand. That's the question. Alright, let's see what he does about this. So you can play 1 card and then get rid of your other, and it won't cost you anything. That's your choice there. All right, let me screw you over even worse. All in. Okay, you got to throw away 2 cards to be able to play that 1. There you go. All right, you took that. Good for you. And guess who's going to be back in action? Liesa. All right, now you're completely screwed. You throw away 1 and then you're going to die. And you're dead. Completely screwed. That's what you were. Victory! Alright, we're playing against Zion. Alright, let's see. We go Giada and then pull any of those 2 out we want. There's only 1 card for you to pull. Looks like this guy's going full discard on me. Serra Paragon is the one I don't want taken, so that's the one that's going to go away right now. Because then I could play anything out of the graveyard. Good. Of course, I didn't play Giada right. It's supposed to attack and then use her ability, which I did not do. I'm surprised she didn't go for the Force of Sacrifice here. Okay, we'll go for the kill first. You don't want me to have that angel back, huh? And there's that angel. All right, got a lot of cool stuff here. Let's just go in. Boy, yeah, that Trespasser is rough. And Serra Paragon is what I got going on. All right, so if I want to kill Glutton straight off, I'd have to get rid of something. And we win! In your face, Zion. Suck it. Alright, we are playing against Falco. Two mana. Alright. Nice. Alright, that's cool. So we can put out the mirror box on the next turn. Alright, we're picking up lands like nobody's business. Means we're going to be able to Painful Quandary on the curve. I'm thinking it's time to slaughter everybody on this next turn, though. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was killing one guy who dragged to the bottom. That's stupid. He's playing green. He might have enchantment kill. Of course, it's going to cost him to cast it. Throw it away, baby. Alright, now it's time to waste them all. Gone! Alright, that's fine. I'll probably have to use Spara's headquarters for its cycling ability. That is very disappointing. All right, you're down to where you don't have the ability to do anything anymore. And that's a good place for me. Because technically all you could do, if you do that, you got to throw away your last card to take the damage, man. Really, is that what I want to do? No, we'll do this. And, oh, there we go. All done. Victory! Alright, so we are with Zav Angels. And I have never played a more awkward Angel deck in my life. It was funky, weird. I mean, the Angels wanted to come out on ramp. That was fantastic. Problem is, people were just shooting Angels out of the air. I mean, there's so much creature kill out there right now. Drag to the bottom was really kind of interesting. The problem is that, you know, this one right there, you know, that, I would say this. Forest, plains, islands, plus then you can get a swamp. Potentially, you could do 5 points of damage. Great. Across the board. All right. But a lot of times, it was only 3. It was only 3. And that's great if you're going against a swarm. And for some reason, this deck never went up against swarms. So it just wasn't a thing that happened. There wasn't that many farewells. Plus, it was hard to get to 5. The mana on this was rough. I tell you what, I have this thing pumped up to 24. It came as 22. When I put it up to 25, I was getting nothing but lands. Just butt lands everywhere. So I took it back down to 24. That ended up being the winning number for this deck. Really needed to get at that level. But sometimes it still decided to peter out when we got to 5. It just didn't want to go to 6. The thing is, we only have 2 cards at 6, but a lot of times Farewell was the only thing that was going to save our butt. Liesa should have been out there to do lots of great stuff for us. Mirrorbox could allow us to put out multiples of her or something like that. None of that stuff really worked out too well. It was a weird thing. The interesting thing was Painful Quandary. And I personally love Painful Quandary. But a lot of people I was going against were playing with card draw, and they were getting cards like crazy, and they didn't mind throwing them away. And so I wasn't doing the life destruction that I was looking for there. Sometimes this just destroys people. If you can get 2 of them out, it is pretty much game over. So that's one of the best things I like. Unfortunately, we only have 2 of them in here. You know, this was a Platinum Mythic deck. I kind of tried to play as close to possible what the original was. I think this thing needs a tune-up like crazy because the balance on this deck was just rough. I don't see how this deck was considered Platinum Mythic level, but, you know, it did all right. All right, so let's see who was the MVP, who was the most valuable player. I'm having a hard time on that one. You know what it was? It was Soul Slash. That was my most valuable. There's so many times that people were putting stuff out, and this was the only thing that would save my butt. The ability to destroy a target artifact, enchantment, or tapped creature. I mean, I couldn't take out Planeswalkers, but still, I mean, but Fateful Absence could. But man, Banishing Slash was the one card that would save me the vast majority of the time. I feel like this deck really just needs exiles in it. Like, you know, there's plenty of great white exile cards. For some reason, we're not playing them. They were supposed to be super cheap. This deck was not playing them and totally needs it. I felt like somebody was trying to just go with some weird stuff. And yeah, they were okay. It was cool, but you could really point out why the cards that people play more often are played more often. But anyways, in this deck, Banishing Slash was my most valuable player. Yeah, I needed some control, and you were it, buddy. All right, let's see. Was this deck competitive? Okay, I got out the Platinum Mythic list. That deck sucked. I changed it. I mean, honestly, I had to put more lands in. And then because of that, I had to change some other stuff. So it's not an exact copy of the Platinum Mythic list. Still, it's Platinum Mythic list, basically. It deserves to be competitive. Maybe I just don't know how to play it. Secondly, I got a 64% win rate at it, which is a competitive level percentage. Yet still, I just don't feel it. I mean, everything about this deck says it is semi-competitive. It was such, I mean, in your head, some decks are so smooth they practically play themselves. This deck was just a horror show. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe it was the decks I was playing against. My guys just kept getting killed like crazy. I could barely pull this thing together. Yet, more times than not, every 2 out of every 3 games, I won. So, take it for what you will. It felt really weird playing it. I felt like I lost 2 out of every 3. Yet, stats have me winning the vast majority of the time. All right, let's see. Was this deck fun? It was like pulling teeth. That's the way it was. I mean, I love a good Angel deck. Yet this deck, for some reason, was just so hard to keep together. The thing is, I've played decks like this, and Angel decks are fantastic. Yet, it wasn't fast, it wasn't powerful, and people just kept, killing stuff. And it could just be that the meta has changed, and Angel decks just don't have it anymore. Yet, I kind of feel like really the deal is you're going up against a bunch of big dinosaurs, and you've got to be able to exile them. And the cards are in here, 3 points of damage or destroy trapped creatures. Even then, they're just so tiny. I mean, even this can't take out dinosaurs. I think the deal is this deck is just not tuned against dinosaurs very well. And mono red has been getting nasty with being able to shoot for up to 5. I mean, that's the thing. Angels have big butts, and usually they're only able to shoot up to 3. But lately, they've been shooting for 4s and 5s like it's nothing. And I've seen a mono red deck rip this thing apart. So I'm not going to give it high marks on the fun ratio. Was this deck interesting? I've been wanting to play Angel again. I Angel Tribal, and I liked it. I liked the fact that this deck wasn't like any sort of Angel Tribal I've seen recently. When I saw that there was Painful Quandary in here, I'm like, yeah, man, I totally want to play this. Between Angels and Painful Quandary, absolutely. This looks like an interesting deck. Once again, Painful Quandary was not as cool as I thought it should be. What was that last one we had from Kamigawa? Man, I would love that one. Something Despair, something like that. That's the one that I really wish that we used to be able to play. And this kind of reminds me of a little bit just because it did so much damage before. They're not really the same kind of thing. I like laying out traps and making people walk into it, and Painful Quandary is pretty cool that way. So anyways, I do think it's an interesting deck. I just don't think it's the fun part of it is what pulls it apart. So let's just count this up. Was it competitive? Believe it or not, yes. Was it fun? To me, it was like going and getting my teeth drilled. So no. Was it interesting? Yes. So because of the competitive and interesting rate to it, I'm going to give it an A-. I'm probably never going to play this deck again. And I love Angel decks, and I love Painful Quandary. But yet, today, this deck was just miserable. All right, so there you go. If you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have more fun with it than I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.